Hi, and welcome to another general pick a card reading. So, today we are asking Spirit, what is your person telling others? Now, I don't want to come from a gossiping sort of perspective. I'd rather focus on their close family and close friends. So, their sort of informal support network. What is your person telling people close to them about you and about this connection? So, we have three groups as usual. The first group, we have this very cute, very precious little pangolin. No. And then the second group, we have this beautiful river stone. And the third group, I love the energy on that stone, so I often just kind of go quiet when I touch it. So, group three, we have this odd key that was found in my place when I moved in. Don't know what the heck it's for, but that is the object for group three. So, take time to do your weird and wonderful methods, figure out which group you're a part of, and when you know, join me in your video. Check the timestamps below in the description box. And I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Group 1, and welcome. If you chose this precious little pangolin, then this is your reading. So today we are asking Spirit, what do they tell others about you? Now, first of all, I just want to do a check-in with your person and figure out where their energy's at. And then we'll get into what they're telling other people about you, if anything. This was actually inspired by a beautiful subscriber who has been keeping in touch for quite some time now. And I didn't want to, I wanted to do it in a tasteful way so that we're striving for positive sort of outcomes. But as always, we'll just get the honest truth. So I'll move your little charm over there. Honesty and clarity over positivity, honestly, because it all comes around eventually anyway. So Spirit, how is Group 1's person feeling at the moment? How is Group 1's person feeling at the moment? How is Group 1's person feeling at the moment? I want you to choose. This love scares me. I know you from somewhere. 6 of Cups. I'll move those out. So balance, justice, karma. Goodness, with that, this love scares me. Let me have you. 7 of Wands. Your person may be stuck at the moment. They may be trying to fight for you. I was going to flip that because I saw they were the wrong way, but I think I should read this card. This is the 3 of Pentacles / 3 of Wands. Your family won't like me. They're both, this is my reversal 3 cards. So this person is worried about what other people think. They're definitely someone who, you clicked this video for a reason. I still don't have all the answers. That's the 2 of Swords, and I'll just get one more card because I'm a little bit pressed for time this morning. Please give me time. I've never felt this way before. Bottom deck energy. That's the 9 of Swords. So Group 1, your person thinks about you a lot. I don't think that they talk about you or your shared connection openly and honestly with others. A lot of these cards indicate someone who is quite stuck in their mind and their energy is quite stuck. I'm feeling denial and fear, especially with this card. This is the Justice card. Technically speaking, it also, for me, 11, depending on which tarot deck you buy, that can also, in the Major Arcana, be the Strength card. But I just feel like this person is currently lacking courage to move forward in this connection. They are quite concerned about what other people think. So their energy at the moment is a little bit riddled with fear. But it's in the sense that they're not fully aware of how afraid they are. They kind of hide it from themselves even. They are afraid. They do acknowledge, with the 7 of Wands here, they do acknowledge that they would have to fight for this connection in some way. It's not so much that they have to physically fight, but it's like they have to put a lot of effort in to get the ball rolling again. And for them, that seems like a lot. Whereas from your perspective, Group 1, it might be as simple as just picking up the phone and telling you how you feel, or finding a moment to acknowledge the truth within themselves. But for them, that is quite a daunting task. It's going to take a lot of courage is what I feel, especially with the first card coming out being, I want you to choose. This person is watching you, group one. They're looking for clues and cues from you to see how you feel. They are very concerned about your close connections. When this card comes out, it doesn't necessarily mean family. It's my only family card though, so there could be family members involved on either side. It's quite a specific card, so when it does come out, it can have very specific meanings for certain viewers, but in this case, I do feel that there are other opinions or other people involved, to the point where this person is fearful of revealing their true self. And the last card I want to share is this. Actually, there's two. I'll touch on the Six of Cups again, but this Two of Swords card tells me that this is somebody who is not thinking about taking action right now. They are stuck in their head in terms of what decision to make. They do have a little bit of there's fear and there's trust. There's they've sort of resigned themselves here, group one, to trust that whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But in that sense, they've put themselves in this period of inaction. So it's not completely surrendering because they still hold a lot of fear, but they've resigned themselves not to act right now as they don't think it would be the wisest idea. And I'll just talk about the Six of Cups really quickly. So the Six of Cups acknowledges that there is a familiarity here. It's a very tongue-twisty word. But group one, this could be someone that you have either known for quite some time, because this could be someone from your past, someone who you have sort of childhood links with, or it's somebody who recognizes a deep connection with you, though. This is a soulmate card for me. And when it comes out, especially in this handwritten deck, it indicates somebody who recognizes a soulmate connection here. They recognize a soul connection with you. So that is what is hiding beneath all this fear and all this concern, is they do recognize a soul connection. So I'm going to switch to the Rider-Waite now. So Spirit, what is this person telling? I'll just knock it a few times, I think. What is this person telling their friends and family about group one? What is this person telling their friends and family about group one? What is this person telling their friends and family? Okay, we have the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles both reversed. What is this person telling their friends and family about group one, please, Spirit? We have the Page of Cups upright, and I think I need to take this card too, the Moon. I wonder they were a bit of a tricky person to get some messages from. Sorry, it is a rainy day here today, group one, so the lighting, I always use natural lighting in my videos. It helps me feel more grounded and objective rather than subjective. So bear with me. It's very cloudy and rainy today, so the lighting isn't the best. What is the person telling other people about group one? Whoa. Yeah, your person is very controlled, group one. Your person has a big mask on, and I think that's where I'm going to end it, because I feel that we need to see this bottom deck energy. Judgment. Your person is resisting the truth, but judgment is here to call this person out, because the truth of the situation is they're not being honest with themselves. They're currently wearing a lot of masks. Now, I'll read this chronologically, because it kind of tells a story to me. So the first card we have is the Ten of Cups reversed. I feel as though for a lot of you, group one, your person is on the outside looking at your happiness, or it could be the other way around. What they're telling their friends and family about you, or what they're wishing that they didn't have to acknowledge, but they have to, is that you look really happy and they don't share that happiness with you. At your present moment in time, especially on social media, especially in the instances that you've seen each other briefly in person, you appear really happy. You look like you have your Ten of Cups, and there's a little bit of disdain there because they don't share that happiness with you. They aren't a part of your community. They aren't a part of your Ten of Cups happiness. They want to tell you that they're very, very attracted to you, but this isn't something that they have admitted. What I'm feeling with this Ten of Wands card is they do admit that you are an attractive person, but it's other people who instigate this conversation around them, group one. This is the kind of person who other people come to them and say, have you seen so-and-so? They look incredible right now. They look so good. And your person kind of just goes, oh yeah, because they know, they are keeping up with you, but they haven't really disclosed this to anyone yet. So they'll admit it, but they won't go into the depths of how they really see you. And the truth of the matter is, you are in a very attractive energy with this Queen of Wands. You are very beautiful to them, and it's not in terms of your physical appearance, group one. It's the energy. You have this pull where you're pulling people in, and there may be conversations around, well, is this person single? Are they dating anyone? Like they must be. And then honestly, the conversations with their friends especially would get sexual. With a card like this showing up, it indicates that some of their friends talk about you in a sexual way, and it's something that they're hesitant to dive into, because a part of them is feeling this hurt, this emotional stab to the chest, that they aren't a part of your current happiness. So I don't know, for some of you, you may have another sort of family situation that you're well involved in, or like a little community that you post about on social media. But for others of you, they just see you with people and in this life that you've created for yourself, and they see you as being incredible, essentially. You're someone who, if you are single right now, you're going to attract someone soon, and that's something they're afraid of. They tell their friends, or they want to tell their friends, that they shouldn't, like, because I feel like this is the kind of person who, because their friends talk about you like this, and because they haven't told their friends how they feel, their friends may be considering gesturing out towards you and offering you something like a date or something. But they're the ones saying that it's not going to go anywhere. Like, I feel like they're the negative Nancy in the room. And sorry if your name is Nancy. It's so strange that we associate names with words like that. But they're that person in the room saying, oh, well, you know, they're not really someone who wants to settle down, and this isn't someone who's long term. And it comes from their own rejection that they may have experienced from you in the past, or just them generally not wanting to see you settle down. And I hate that that's a part of it, but with this fire energy, there is a lot of jealousy around you. Your person feels quite jealous over who you spend your time with, and when they get the chance, they tell others, like, not to I mean, I hate getting into this petty energy, but it comes from their own rejection, because I feel that you are someone who may have walked away from them, or you left them hanging, and they have this fresh perspective of you now with this Hanged Man. Spirit is using this moment as a way of helping them understand what they kind of missed out on, because it's not to say that the two of you are destined to be together based on what I'm seeing here. You might be. Always trust your intuition at first. But what Spirit is trying to show this person is that inaction leads to no opportunities. Like, there comes a time when you have to act. You cannot resign yourself to hanging from trees and watching the world drift by. So while they're in this Hanged Man position, Spirit is making them fully aware of what they have missed out on in the past with this Ace of Pentacles reversed. And instead of fully processing it, they're kind of projecting that on connections around them. They're telling others, well, you know, you shouldn't date her because she doesn't really like to settle down, or you shouldn't date him because he doesn't like to settle down. He just kind of goes around partying and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're really beautiful, but they don't really like dating people. So it's very petty, but Spirit is trying to shift their perspective to understand how their actions led to this in unavailable opportunity, essentially. So the next card I have for you, Group 1, is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups to me indicates that this is somebody who, first of all, may owe you an apology. Page of Cups is quite a playful energy, though, so I don't know. Listen, it's good to get an apology if somebody did you wrong, but I see this as a lighter sort of energy, a flirty sort of energy, someone who wears, who kind of hides the depths of their emotions and the waters behind them, and will only show you this little friendly cup with a fish and laugh it off. They use humor probably to mask their true emotions. They're someone who is really good at presenting a certain way, but you kind of spend enough time with them and you look in their eyes and you go, oh, there's like real pain back there. Like, what the heck? So this is someone who presents as this flirtatious, kind of lighthearted, and not overly like sexualized flirtatious, but certainly like fun, lighthearted energy, when it's only a fraction of what you're actually seeing. The King of Swords beneath this card tells me that this person has their emotions well under wraps. They are very much in control of what they project into their reality, and they are very much aware of how much they give to people in terms of their emotions. I think that they are quite defensive. It takes a lot to get to the core of this person, and when you do, you will realize that they have a big heart, but also that they do not wear their heart on their sleeve. In order to get to the core of this person, there are so many hard steel layers of opinions, of like just a lot of doubt, a lot of strong sort of understandings of how they were hurt in the past. And this is someone who is quite set in their way of thinking. They also are very much watching you, group one. There could be other people involved in this connection with those birds. They could be getting information from you, from other people. They could be watching your social media quite regularly. I feel like this person is just like sending their pigeons out, trying to get a bird's eye view of your situation. They pretend like they're sitting on their throne all day doing other things, but actually they put a lot of like set time. It's not that they spend all their day stalking you, but they use like set amounts of time to watch you, if that makes sense. So like if they have a lunch break, they'll quickly go on social media and find your profiles and watch you. Before bed maybe. I don't think so though, because we did get that 9 of Swords. Your person actually really, when they think about you before bed, it means they can't sleep for a while, so they try not to think about you in that way. So the next card we have is the Moon. Now the Moon upright tells me that there are a lot of unspoken emotions. There's a lot that this person is holding in. There's a lot of secrets. That's why for the most part your person isn't actually talking to others about you, because they themselves haven't processed how they truly feel. And I feel that when they do talk to others about you, it isn't honest, as we were talking about here. The energy is a little bit petty, and they haven't fully processed why they feel that way, because often our primary reaction is not our genuine emotion. So I feel that they kind of react and they sound spiteful or a little bit bitter, but actually it's because they feel rejected by you. They feel as though they missed out, and they need to understand. Spirit is trying to help them understand how their actions or lack of actions led them to that lack of opportunity. So with this Moon card, there is a lot of fear still. I don't think that this person is interested in sharing their emotions and how they're feeling with you, group one, because the card beneath that is the 8 of Wands reversed. So this person thinks that if they were to reach out to you, their wands would just be thrown back at them. There would be no grounding. There would be no chance for equal, open, honest communication. They also don't really know how to approach you in a way that is going to be received well in the first instance. The Moon to me says that, look, if this is this person's friends down here, their lips are so tight. Their lips are literally sealed. They are not sharing a word to their friends. And their friends can kind of see what's up. Their friends are clued on based on what they've said in the background. Their close connections have seen and are clued on to the fact that whenever they bring you up, your person's body language completely changes, and they act really closed off and very distant, and they kind of get this like glazed over look in their eyes. Not to say they're bored, but like they're remembering the past. This is somebody who has not dealt with their emotions in terms of what happened with you in the past. I also feel like the way that those little moonbeams are radiating, there's little bits that are sort of being filtered down to their friends and family, their close connections, but it's nothing compared to how they truly feel here. So Judgment as your bottom deck energy. Judgment is here because Spirit's going to call them out. Spirit is going to force them to face the truth, and the truth of how they feel and why they're feeling like this, because they are almost making a martyr of themselves with their emotions right now. They're really in denial. They're very afraid of getting deep, getting below the surface, and so they're going to have an opportunity to face and confront that fear. I don't know what that really means for you though. What does that mean for group one? Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups. So group one, this could mean that a part of their healing is them getting in contact with you. Now, the Two of Cups is a gentle sort of energy, I'm not going to lie, especially in this deck for me. When it comes up like this, it feels more like friendship. So I do believe that you can expect to hear from this person again, but it is going to be very lighthearted, very playful, Page of Cups energy. They're going to acknowledge you and respect who you are as an individual, and they're going to attempt to reconcile the past, but it's going to be a very slow progress. I'm not too sure if you desire romantic connections, but Spirit is indicating that this person isn't going to rush into a relationship, especially with the Two of Swords here. They're still hesitant. They need to know more. They still don't have all the answers, Group 1, so they really want to know more before they dive in. There are secrets here that they need to be revealed, and this keeps coming up in my readings, so there's a lot of people who haven't expressed themselves, and it's funny that this is beneath the King of Swords, because I do feel like this person really needs to tell you how they feel. They've been holding it in for so long, and they've been trying not to think about you for so long, that when they do communicate, it may seem a little bit abrupt or not the smoothest delivery of a message, but I think you can trust what they're saying. It's just that they're really wanting to sort of dive in and talk to you almost. It feels hasty. They have so many thoughts about you, so many thoughts that they're resisting, especially while they're in this Hanged Man position. Crazy. And I feel like you still watch this person. Like, I feel like you're still thinking about this person. Sorry, I'll hold it as I was seeing it. So I was seeing, like, this King of Swords acting really cold and distant, pretending not to acknowledge the Queen, who is just, like, looking over, like, are they interested? Do they like me still? Like, what's going on with that person? So I feel like, yes, you have sort of appeared to have made your own little community over here, but you're still thinking about your person too. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for Group 1? What advice do you have for Group 1? I'm using the Moonology cards because I just love leaving them open to interpretation. I'll just add, in terms of signs, I'm really seeing like air and fire here. I don't like to say signs in my readings because our natal charts are so big that technically we can have all signs, but we have fire, we have air, and we have water. So specifically Cancer, specifically I'm feeling Aquarius, and Leo, but we'll see. Don't let that change if this whole reading has resonated up until now. So I've got 2 cards, including the bottom deck energy. We have emotions are running high, supermoon, definitely. And I feel that on your person side more than you, Group 2. So I do think that you could expect some sort of communication or at least reconciliation with your person. They are someone who is really, really sort of building this, and it's getting hard to hold it back. We have Hold Your Vision. So I'm going to get clarity on that, because last time that card came out, I said that whatever vision you came to this reading with, you should hold that. And a lot of people were a little bit confused because they didn't come with a vision. So bottom deck energy is full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Marvelous. I love that. Okay. So can we get some clarity, Spirit, on the Hold Your Vision card? What do you mean? Okay, so Spirit says if there is something, I'm just seeing cards being shown to me. I just saw the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So if there's something that you've been manifesting specifically in this connection, Spirit is wanting you to continue. Please don't place too many expectations on that manifestation. It's good to leave it open, but it is very key for you to, it is integral for you to continue to visualize that outcome, okay? Live as though your outcome is already been achieved, and to live with gratitude as well. So with this 10 of Wands, as well as the other cards that I was shown, I do feel like you're going to be successful with whatever you've been manifesting in this connection, but you need to be consistent. You need to be very patient with yourself, not your person, yourself. Okay, there's going to be days where you can't be completely grateful for everything you have because you're feeling frustrated, but it's okay as long as you come back in terms of being very consistent with your manifestations, okay? And try to release expectations of timing with this 10 of Wands card. That is something that is stitching you up currently. So group 1, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that offered a bit of clarity, a little bit of insight perhaps. Please look after yourself wherever you are. That is all I'm seeing in terms of how your person is, what they're saying to other people. They are afraid to talk to others about how they truly feel, and it's because they haven't acknowledged that within themselves. So I really hope that shifts, because we can only lie to ourselves for so long before we end up going backwards in life. So sending you lots of love and light wherever you are, and please continue to stay safe, look after yourselves, and I hope to connect with you in another reading. Thanks, group 1. Bye. Oh, let me get rid of that. Hi, group 2, and welcome. If you chose this river stone, it's so powerful, this stone. I don't like to talk a lot about the objects before I get the group sorted, because I think that you should use your own weird and wonderful methods to pick your group, but this rock is so powerful. It's so beautiful. All right, so group 2, we are asking Spirit for information on what your person tells their family and friends. I'm going to broaden the term now. What they tell their close connections. I think it is very telling, because the first group's person was in denial of how they feel, and that was reflected in how they addressed you to others as well, how they spoke about you to others. So first off, I'm just going to do a little energy check-in with your person. So Spirit, how is group 2's person feeling about them? How is group 2's person feeling about them? Wow. 4 of Cups. This came up with the other group as well. Sorry, I don't like to compare groups, but this person feels as though they've had a missed opportunity with you straight off the cuff. They're hesitant to reach forward. If I asked you to stay, would you leave? Interesting. It may have been a while since you guys have communicated, or it could be that the last time you did communicate, you didn't sort of leave on the best terms. You left on not the best terms, I should say. So 2 is a number of intuition as well, and the next card that came out is you already know. So I'm feeling High Priestess with that too. A lot of you guys might be quite intuitive yourselves, or maybe empaths, and you're picking up on your person's emotions. That is just confirmation for me that you should trust your intuition on this one, group 2, especially because we are such a big community now. We're so many, so I'm doing my best to get specific messages, but always trust your intuition primarily. So, wow, another 4. Your person is in a very stuck and stubborn energy right now. I need more time. This is the 4 of Swords. So they are in a period of inaction. They're not just doing nothing, though. They're thinking. They're trying to figure out, like, what do I do? How do I move forward? And the next card that came out is the 7 of Pentacles. I just wish things were different. So I feel as though they think that if they were to move towards you, they'd have to uproot parts of their lives in the way that they'd have to start again from scratch, and it's quite scary. It's not so much the fear that's holding them. They're a practical person. That's what's holding them back. They're practical, and it almost doesn't make sense for them to have to completely change everything in order to just be with you. It doesn't make sense to them. So they're a little bit worried over how to connect with you when it means they have to change so much. The next card I have for you, group 2, is time to ground yourself. So this is Spirit's little nugget of wisdom for us. So that's basically saying that, yes, you should always trust yourself first, but I feel that both of you in this connection, there's a lot of confusion. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's because there's a lot of distance between you, or there's just been a lot of time that's passed since you last saw each other, group 2, but it does feel like there is a lot left open. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of confusion. And with that openness, there is doubt as well creeping in, because although you're trying to maintain hope, and although your person is trying to figure this out with hope, they're feeling doubt. And it comes from the fact that the more they think about it, the more up into the air they get. So Spirit is urging the both of you to remain grounded in this situation, and to really think about it clearly, to not overthink about it, to trust your heart, primarily trust your intuition, trust how you are feeling, because that goes beyond what you see and what you think. What is their energy? Wow. So I just got 2 cards, very conflicting, yet it kind of tells me a little bit about why they aren't reaching forward right now. So the first card I have is I'm absolutely in love with you. That is my 6 card. So this actually, I don't want to label it right now, but it's usually my 6 of Cups. Now, more than anything, this feels like my Six of Wands right now. And I don't put signs on it usually so that Spirit can kind of direct me to address it within whichever suit feels appropriate at the time. And the reason why this feels like the Six of Wands is because your person wants success with you. They want to move forward, but they aren't feeling empowered enough. They don't feel like the hero in their own story right now. They feel very much like they're a part of the crowd and they're watching you from afar. And it's like, it's this general feeling of uncertainty, and that those wands, the fire shadow aspects, can also contribute to anxiety if they aren't expressed healthily. It kind of builds up, and that confusion can turn into a lot of anxiety and perhaps even resentment. They might be looking at other people that you're around at the moment and feeling jealous. But with this, I'm in so much pain, it pains them to have to watch you and not be able to touch you and hold you. So the other card that just revealed itself to me is You Are My Everything. Now this is just my 10 card. I always confuse this. It's either the Pentacles or the Cups, but in this case, Spirit's saying it doesn't matter because this is somebody who sees you as end game. They see you as their happiness. Like if they were going to find happiness in this lifetime, it would mean that they end up with you. So your person is wanting that for the two of you. They want to be with you. And the bottom deck energy is, I hope you'll wait for me. And that's the Three of Wands. So your person is currently figuring their situation out. They're currently figuring their whole future out. I feel like they're in planning mode. They're strategizing. They're figuring out how to move forward in general. And then how does that look for the two of you? How can they do that in a way that includes you, Group 2? So I'm going to get some Rider-Waite cards for you now. I want to know what they're telling their close connections about you. So Spirit, Group 2, what are they telling? I might just knock the energy out of this deck for a little bit. Whew. Group 2. What is their person telling their close connections about Group 2, Spirit? Wow. Hi. The World. Oh. Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to leave that as it is because your person has a little bit of a haphazard sort of nature is what I'm feeling, like a little bit messy. We have the Seven of Swords. And I'll just sneak one more over here. We have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. That actually tried to come out in my other deck, but I didn't really. I shuffled it back in because I thought it wasn't truly meant to be revealed, but all within time, I suppose. I'll just glance at these cards, but I'm not going to take them because there's too many. Okay, so I can see that in the past, somebody did walk away despite the attraction that they felt. They chose to walk away because they felt that the timing was off. They felt they had to do other things elsewhere. And they kind of made a secret promise to the moon to say that when the timing is right, I will return. And they never stopped thinking about you. They always felt that your energy sort of pulled them in. They always felt the strong attraction to you. And then it's like something sort of unexpected was building in the background. It didn't hit them all at once. It was very slow. And before they knew it, it just came crashing down. So it kind of built slowly over time. And then they looked down and realized that the tower that they were living in no longer existed, and they were forced to change suddenly. But like that situation had unfolded very slowly, and it kind of led them into this belief that they had to be honest with themselves and with you. They had to return to at least communicate with you. But I feel as though there is some sort of distance between you. It's not to say that this person isn't genuine in how they are feeling, but they just feel very far removed from your current situation. And it feels as though, between all of these, you've still got this change to process that your person hasn't fully processed. And the key to moving forward is clarity and the truth, which is hard to do because I'll hold it the way I was seeing it. Your person isn't around you. They're not available to you. And I feel like that is what is holding the two of you back right now, is that somebody did walk away, and then when the tower came crashing down, the moment to speak was there, but it wasn't as easy and as straightforward as it could have been. So Spirit, can we clarify the Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles reversed? What does this person tell their close connections about Group 2? Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the 7, please. The 7 of Swords. Thank you. There's 2 in here. Oh, my days. I always ask for like 1, and I should never put a number on it because Spirit just likes to be cheeky. Look like that. That's ridiculous. We're running out of room, Spirit. Goodness me. Okay, I'm just going to have to do that. Bottom deck energy in the Rider-Waite is the Knight of Wands. Wow. So your person's energy towards you right now is feeling quite spontaneous. At the time that I'm filming this, and again, I aim for readings to be timeless, but we just came out of a full moon in Sagittarius, so there's a lot of spontaneous energy around us right now, but that is basically how your person is feeling. Regardless of when you're seeing this, your person is feeling like a Sagittarius. They want to travel. They want to be spontaneous. They want to make a decision with how they are feeling at that moment in time. Their energy is feeling pulled towards you. They're not really in their heart space, but it's not to say that those emotions aren't there. It's just that they have this strong urge, this strong desire to move towards you. And it's come, basically, they're actually running from their responsibilities. Sorry, but that's what I'm feeling, is that them coming towards you is them choosing to prioritize this over anything else. That is how they are feeling, though. Now, in terms of what they are telling other people, I feel like they are someone who is wearing masks. Now, I don't know if they have genuine connections around them. This person feels like a bit of a loner. As I look at these cards, I'm realizing that these cards are all single people, except for the 5 of Pentacles, which shows somebody walking away from another person. And these 2 are together, yes, but they're not really communicating. So I feel like your person is a little bit of a loner. They're not someone who expresses themselves openly with others. I think they're very selective with who they have around them, and they are someone who is currently traveling, especially with this World card. Like, a lot of these cards that I'm seeing, to me, indicate travel. I don't know how the heck they are traveling with everything that's going on in the world, but they are somebody who is at a distance from their close connections, and that being you. So listen, I don't know if they're telling a lot of people, but what they would want to say is that, and you are endgame, group 2. With this World card, it feels as though their life path leads to you, and you're the person who they are supposed to end up with. But there's this feeling that right now isn't the right time with the 9 of Cups reversed. It's almost like it's rude for the universe to have shown them what they are supposed to have, but they can't have, because they see it all with you, but it's like they can't have you right now. They're still trying to find their 9 of Cups with you, and it's like the opportunity could be there, but it's, for some reason, it's not attainable right now. This wish fulfillment isn't possible right now. Your connection may be very reliant upon divine timing. You may be really, really manifesting this in terms of talking to Spirit every day, saying, please, this is what I want. I don't know when, but this is what I want. And you're kind of hoping that your person's on the same page, but it really feels like divine timing is a massive part of this connection. So group 2, the next cards we have are the Page of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So your person spies on you. What they want to tell others is that they want to know if you're dating other people, basically. For this 9 of Pentacles to be reversed, they admire you, and they know that you probably have admirers too. Regardless of gender, they just see you as being in your prime energy, if that makes sense. And they're not surprised if you aren't single right now. That is something that they are talking to other people about. They're asking whether you're dating others, what you've been up to, whether other people have seen you out and about. And I think for the most part, they're not getting a lot of information. For the most part, you are quite a private person. You aren't someone who likes to leave the house often, or when you do, you don't really advertise it too much. But what you do advertise, this person sees, and they make a point of keeping up to date with you. The Page of Swords is a spying sort of energy. I don't think they're communicating with you, or if they are, it's very chopped and short and it's not really big, lengthy paragraphs or genuine communication in terms of everything that's going on in this person's life. It's almost like they're pressed for time, like they don't have a lot of time to talk, but when they do have time to log into social media, they make a point of checking up on you. And it kind of stems from this Knight of Pentacles energy reversed. There is frustration here that feels like they aren't able to progress. They aren't able to present you with an offer. The Knight of Pentacles reversed tells me that they're wanting to kind of take shortcuts here. They're wanting to cut this journey short and kind of just move forward quickly, because this is normally a very slow moving card. They see you, and their fear of you being with another person is wanting them to come forward a lot quicker than they should. And I don't mean that personally. I'm not saying that they shouldn't come forward, but it feels like they aren't quite finishing their journey yet, or they're cutting something short in order to be with you. So that is something that again, this person is a bit of a loner, so I don't see them talking to a lot of people, but if they did have someone to talk to, that is what they would be asking. Is this person single? Are they dating anybody? What are they up to? Have you seen them out and about? Like, without sounding too creepy, they would include that casually into conversation. They just want to keep up with you, is what I'm feeling. Because this page, I don't know if you can see down there, this page is looking across at the world, and the world is like not having a bar of it. The world is like, nah. Not to be rude, but I've got other things to do. And this page is like, well, damn, what are you doing? Who are you with? Where have you been? So the next card I have is the Seven of Swords. I was about to say wands. I'm just feeling all these wands over here. The Seven of Wands is down there. So the Seven of Swords talks about sneakiness, trickery, a little bit of deception. What I'm mostly feeling is that this person is wearing a mask. They're not being honest right now. They're not really communicating effectively. I don't doubt that for some of you, group 2, you may communicate with this person every now and then, or you may come into contact with this person every now and then, but the communication isn't meaningful. It doesn't reveal much about how they are truly feeling or their true character right now. This person feels almost like they have to sneak into your life to get knowledge about you, if that makes sense. They have to sneak around to hear about you. And this person feels like you are also sneaking around. So it's really like, this is somebody who is watching you and trying to mirror your actions, group 2. They feel that you are withdrawing information, you're withholding information, and you're withdrawing activities from your public profiles, if that makes sense. You're not being completely honest with what you are doing and who you are with. That's how your person feels. And so that's how they feel they need to get information from you, is by being sneaky, by being and I don't think that it's a true reflection of this person's character. Like, I don't think they intend on being deceitful, but it does feel like they have to sneak around in order to get information from you. So they may be like messaging people and being like, hey, did you go to this event on Saturday? And they message that person because they know that that person lives in the same place that you do and that you went to that event. And they're going to ask that person, cool, so how was it? Who did you see? Anyone we know? And that's how they're getting information about you. Like, it's just really sneaky. And I don't think it's intentionally deceitful, but it's just how this person is able to get information about you. They're not being very straightforward with their methods. Now, the next two the cards we have is the Hermit and the Ace of Cups reversed. So that is the main indicator that this person is a little bit of a loner right now. I think that they are in quite an introspective energy, but they see you as appearing to be quite withdrawn as well. So that's something that they're sharing with whoever the heck they're talking to, because they're quite secretive people themselves. They're telling people that you appear withdrawn, like you've almost disappeared off the face of the earth, is what I'm hearing. Like, maybe you were somebody who posted quite regularly on your social media, or you kind of had a presence in your community where you were well received and a lot of people acknowledged you when you came out. You may have had a shared community at one point with this person. And they're sort of noticing that you're withdrawing from those shared connections. And so your person is kind of like wondering, well, where the hell are they? They've dropped off the face of the earth. And that's why they've got to be so sneaky and creative with the ways that they get information about you. With the Ace of Cups reversed, your person thinks that you don't share love with them. Your person still feels for you. I feel like this is the kind of connection where your person will always care about you, group 2, but they certainly feel like the love from your tap has turned off, and you're taking time out for yourself to almost, they hope that you're feeding that love back into yourself at least, but they certainly feel like you've withdrawn from your connection with them and from any mutual connections that the two of you shared. So this Five of Pentacles over here is kind of telling me that this person sees you as struggling, okay? They are someone who you may have been close with at some point, because they do understand you. And although you appear withdrawn, they do understand that you may be going through something right now, but they feel as though you're not open to discuss this with them. So I feel like that is another reason why they're sneaking around asking other people about you, because they just want to check to see if you're okay. They feel very much in the cold in this connection. They feel rejected. They're not taking it personally, though. They kind of understand that they are away at the moment, and that it's something that they're not as available to you as they could be, is what I'm feeling. Because for some of you, there's not a physical distance. It's just that they're not as available to you as they could be. So really what I'm feeling, group 2, is that your person is concerned about you. And when they do talk to others about you, it comes from concern for how you are and how you're coping with everything right now. So the Seven of Wands here is telling me that they feel as though they need to fight for your attention. And it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with you. Talking to others, they don't have a lot of options. I'm not going to lie, group 2. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but it feels like they can't really, there's no clear path to you. They have to fight to clear the woods before they even have a clear path towards you. So really what this card is telling me is that your person is very stuck right now. They're having to overcome a lot of adversity to move towards you in any way, and that also represents communication, because the card after this is the Eight of Wands, which often represents communication. So I feel like your person isn't talking to a lot of people about you, group 2, because they don't have that option. They're having to clear all this stuff first to make the path forward, which is probably why they just want to cheat and quickly come back, because it's a lot to have to clear a path for you or towards you. Now we have the Page of Wands as well as the Emperor. The Emperor is reversed here though, group 2. So what I feel is that your person is frustrated, okay? They're very frustrated. They feel out of their depths in this current situation. Pages often carry messages, so it feels like they don't have control in terms of how they communicate with you. It feels like they are quite inexperienced in this moment. They don't like how they have to use a messenger to keep up with you. They wish that they could just talk to you directly. They wish they could communicate to you directly. Again, I feel like this card, the Seven of Swords, isn't a true reflection of their character. I think this is somebody who likes to deal with things personally, and they can't communicate with you. They can't keep up with you personally right now, and it's quite frustrating to them that they have to use this messenger. So group 2, what they are telling their close connections about you is that they are concerned about you. They see you as end game, and they are worried about sort of what you're up to right now, who you're with, because they see you as also being quite by yourself, alone. I think that they would want to come back into your life, but it feels like now isn't the right time. It feels like you do have adversity to overcome, both of you. Well, at least they do, because I'm not going to lie, it feels like they've drifted away from you and they need to come home in order to be with you. But that is just what I'm feeling. So I'm going to get quickly. Yours is a lot longer than group 1's. So Spirit, group 2, what is the advice for group 2 viewers? What is the advice for group 2 viewers? We have nothing will come of this situation. I'm going to get clarity. It's a void of course moon. That's very Absolute. A new start is coming. New moon. So for some of you, group 2, what I'm feeling, can I get one more card, please, Spirit, just to confirm? What is the advice for group 2? What is the advice for group 2, please, Spirit? Advice for group 2, prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so bottom deck energy is surrender to the divine. So group 2, you are both kind of in this crux moment where a lot of new beginnings are on the cusp. Okay, you're currently kind of processing, at least your person is, there's this change that happened in your recent history, and I feel as though you're overcoming that in your own ways. There is a new start coming for you. For some of you who picked group 2, that new beginning doesn't involve this person, and it's because you don't want it to involve this person. For others of you, or literally for all of you, group 2, Spirit wants you to know that you do have prosperity ahead, okay? Regardless of who that person is, I do feel that you are manifesting a new beginning in love, a new start. And I do feel that it is completely open. Like, the only clue is Taurus here. And Taurus, to me, will always represent prosperity and abundance. It's that Empress energy. It's that Queen of Pentacles energy. So it's this feeling of family. It's this feeling of community. It's this feeling of self-made wealth, you know. So I do feel like you're going to be prosperous, but it is completely open because it's in your cards, essentially. It's in your hands is what I'm trying to say. So I do feel like you're going to have a new beginning in love, but the idea here is to continue to look after yourself. It is okay to take time away from other people and from this person in order to just build your own kingdom. You're going to be successful, but for a lot of you, group 2, it's not going to be with this person. Maybe you want something else that's a little bit less complicated, or if you do want a fresh start with this person, you're going to have a new start regardless. So group 2, I hope that made a little bit of sense. I should just add that your bottom deck energy was surrender to the divine. So I do feel that a lot of you are manifesting something, and you have done a lot of work to try to release expectations and to try to clear your energy and to just really offer yourself a fresh start. So wonderful work. Keep up the great work, group 2. And I hope that did offer a little bit of clarity or understanding, at least to support you in your journey forward as well. So please look after yourselves, group 2, and I hope to connect with you again in another video. Thank you. Bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome. If you chose this key, then this is your reading. Now, I actually had to switch. You'll notice the lighting difference. It's way too dark to use natural lighting. This rain is quite intense, so I'm going back to artificial lighting for now. The only issue with this lighting, I'm warning you, it wouldn't be an issue, except that the camera kind of struggles to focus a little bit, so there's going to be a little bit of that going on. But we'll try to work around it. We're here for the messages. So today we are asking Spirit, what does your person tell other people about you? I don't really want to know too much about the gossip side personally. I don't doubt that we all have the tendency to gossip, but I'm trying to focus on your person's close connections. I want to know what they tell your friends and family about you and what they aren't telling them as well, because Spirit is actually being very generous and telling us both. So Spirit, I'm going to move your charm over there, group 3. Group 3's person, what are they telling their close family connections? We have the Queen of Swords reversed. Interesting. What are they telling their close connections about group 3? Wow. The Star reversed. Ooh. What are they telling their close connections about group 3? Oh wow. So we got the King of Swords that fell out, and Spirit also showed me the Knight of Wands. And all these cards are reversed, group 3. So there is a lot of blocked energy. Listen, I doubt that you guys are in communication with your person. It feels like you may have had a recent separation, or you're feeling the pain of this separation at this moment in time. The two of you are, in this person's eyes, quite compatible. They actually see you as being one of the same, sort of cut from the same cloth, so to speak. The fact that we have the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords, your person holds you to high regard primarily, but they also see themselves as being on your same level. So whatever happened in the recent past that caused this bit of pain in your heart, your person is taking accountability for their actions or their words and how that contributed to this separation. Your person feels like you're quite cold right now. You're sort of turned away from them. And they're pretending that they don't care, that they don't think about you, but there is this strong desire to travel towards you with this Knight of Wands here. So what are they telling their close family connections, Spirit? Group 3. What are they telling their close family connections? We have the Devil reversed. I see. Oh my gosh, how? Spirit, I can't take all these cards. You're joking. So Spirit showed me way too many cards. So I also saw the Two of Cups, Group 3. So I feel as though your person is only saying that the two of you are friends, or that they're hoping to be friends. They're hoping to reconcile with you. They're hoping to be on speaking terms again. With this Page of Swords reversed, they take a little bit of accountability, but they actually feel that you're being unfair in how that you're cutting them off. With that Page reversed at the bottom deck energy, they are in their king energy regardless of gender, but I'm not going to lie, the Page isn't the most developed energy, especially in terms of communication. It can come across as inexperienced, a little bit childish at times, perhaps a little bit petty. They're definitely spying on you. I don't think they're telling people a lot about you, though. We have so many reversals here, and ironically, all the cards that are reversed are all the communication cards. The Three Swords cards are all like members of the court. We have the Page, we have the Queen, we have the King, and they're all reversed. So it's like no one's talking to each other. There's no open and honest communication. Your person feels very closed off about this connection. There's a lot of desire to move forward, but it isn't really managed well. They're definitely holding it back with this Seven of Wands reversed. It's like they're intentionally holding that desire back. They're not wanting to disclose that to anyone, and they're also fighting themselves on this one. Now, your person feels that whatever you're doing right now isn't fair, and it's almost like you're taunting them by doing it. This is just their perspective, Group 3. They believe with the Devil card reversed beneath the King of Swords that you are being quite cold, unfair. It's almost making them want to reach out to you and to be with you even more, but in a cruel way, in their opinion. They feel that you're being cruel, Group 3. In their opinion, you are very tempting. You're someone that they pretend not to talk about. They try not to think about you, and they pretend that they don't think about you. But beneath the surface, there is this strong connection with you, and their energy is always being pulled towards you, and them talking to you is always on their mind. With the Star card in the middle here, reversed, they have lost hope, but beneath this facade that they carry, this mask, this cold exterior, they do have unconditional sort of open love for you. There's this desire for a new beginning. Their heart space is open for you. So no matter how they feel and how they pretend to feel, at least mentally and emotionally here, their heart space is open. This Ace of Cups is what they actually want. They want a new beginning. They just don't know how to move forward. So listen, with that King of Swords reversed, they could be in planning mode, Group 3. I really don't feel like they're telling many people anything, though. Like, honestly, all the communication cards are reversed. And with the Chariot reversed, it's like they don't even have the desire to tell other people about you. Their will to gossip or to talk to others is blocked. They don't have that desire. It's like they want to make the decision for themselves. This is quite a clear-minded person. This is somebody who relies on their own logic, their own understanding of the situation. They don't let other people persuade them if they know that their opinion, it's not to say that I'm not getting like a huge ego off this person. For many of you, this person just really trusts their own understanding. They really trust their own logic, and They feel like they don't want to involve other people in this connection. It's too complicated. Many of you may be dealing with a very complicated situation, and your person doesn't want to share that with others. We have three major arcana, so this could be quite a significant connection for many of you, group 3, and they are actually feeling quite isolated by it. They don't want to share any of this. Now, the star in between the two of you also tells me that there may be an opportunity to reconnect in your future. I don't know when that's coming up. I don't really want to focus on that in this reading, but the star also talks about this feeling of nostalgia, sort of mixing the past with the present. It's this guidance as well. And although it's reversed, although it's blocked at the moment, with this Ace of Cups upright, if both of you can focus on being open to love in general, not necessarily manifesting each other. If you're just open to love in general, I don't doubt that Spirit is going to try to put this person back in your path, because it does feel like you have some sort of karmic blockage to balance that happened in the past here with that devil energy, and your person feels the desire to correct that. It's sort of like something that happened in the past wasn't resolved, and now it's turning into karma. Your person feels that, and they do want to communicate towards you. They want to travel towards you to communicate this, but they are really fighting their urge. They don't think that they're strong enough to take that journey right now. They don't think that they have the courage. They are afraid. They're listening to their fear, and they do just want to take time to analyze the situation better. So, Spirit, can we clarify this column, please? Is there anything I've missed? Okay. We have the Three of Wands. So for some of you, group 3, we are a big, wonderful community now. So if you're not aware of this, please just take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you, excuse me. Some of you, there may have been a situation here where your person had a decision to make and they didn't choose you. The Three of Wands just came out reversed. So it's almost like you've turned away because your person has made a move forward towards their future that insinuates ulterior motives towards you. It also insinuates slow progress, which means where they're at right now, if you wanted to be with them, you're under the impression that you'll have to wait a very long time to be with them. It could be because there is a third party involved. I just feel that this person is investing their energy elsewhere right now, and it's left you feeling that you can't trust them, or that you just would have to wait so long to be with them, and you're not really here for that. You don't really want that. Is there anything else in that column, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit just showed me deceitful actions and deceitful intentions. So you are questioning this person's character right now. You don't feel that you can trust them necessarily. You feel, I do feel that the two of you kind of desire clarity though, or at least your person wants to kind of clear this up. They want to tell you the truth with this Ace of Swords. They really want to tell you the truth. The aces offer opportunities though. It's not necessarily a promise, but it is the opportunity for the truth. So we have two aces here. So Spirit may be trying to orchestrate a reunion of some sorts that would offer you both the opportunity to gain that clarity if you wish to take it. I don't know if you'd be open to that, but your person is sort of going to, with the King of Swords, they're going to watch you and they're going to see if that's the best time to talk to you. If you give off this Queen of Swords reversed energy where you're going to completely basically behead them if they say the wrong thing, I don't think your person is going to communicate, because they'll be feeling that. Absolutely. All right, so we have the Hanged Man reversed. So can I get some more clarity? I was talking about this column, Spirit, sorry. So with the Hanged Man reverse, I feel like your person is, they desire to choose. They feel like they've made the wrong decision somewhere along the lines, and they want to get the right perspective. So they're kind of being a little bit stubborn here, because the Hanged Man usually offers a fresh perspective. Your person is dwelling in this situation and they really want to get the right perspective before they act. So it's not necessarily a fresh perspective, but they're really taking their time to analyze every bit of information. They're using whatever downtime they have to really think this through, and so almost overanalyze. They do feel unfulfilled in love in general right now. Their home is feeling disrupted. They feel a little bit lonely. They feel incomplete. Their energy is stagnant, but it's also frustrating. Like they're getting quite antsy, especially with this Knight of Wands energy and the Seven of Wands energy, both reversed. They have this strong desire to move. There's this strong feeling of almost like coming home. Like they just want to they almost, I feel like whatever decision they made in the past, group 3, it was because they didn't want to rock the boat. But now their boat isn't even solid anymore. Their boat has holes in it. The water's leaking in. They don't feel secure. They feel incomplete. And they have to almost abandon that boat to find the right one, essentially. And I think some of them believe that the right one lies with you, but they want to get more information first. They're not entirely confident on that decision, but they are at the point where they can't deny these feelings for you anymore. But again, so they can't deny these feelings, but with the Star card reverse, group 3, they are lacking hope in this situation. They feel at a loss on how to move forward. We have the 8 of Pentacles, so they are feeling quite, this is reversed, so they are feeling quite stuck, a little bit slow. They're really trying to reconsider their future. They're at a crossroads, perhaps, group 3. I don't think that they have a choice to make, but things are starting to sort of slow down to the point where they could make some pretty big decisions if they wanted to. They don't have to here, and I really feel like they're fighting the urge to travel, but everything is kind of pointing towards them having to switch up their life. So this column spirit, can we clarify, is there any messages that I've missed? What are they telling other people? That's what we're trying to focus on. What's going on in their life? We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So this person is quite disconnected from family at the moment. We've got family on the bottom of this card. So they don't have a lot of close connections around them, group 3. They may have a couple of really close friends or acquaintances that they keep in touch with. Your person values close connections. They value family highly for this card to come out, especially when I ask that question. Spirit wants me to know that even though they are in their sort of swords energy, where they could be a bit brutal and cold and distant, it really feels like it's just a tough exterior. It's almost like their survival mode. Whenever they have to commit to something big or they have to make a big decision, they kind of go into this hard exterior, but the core of them, this is what they want. They want a legacy. They want a happy ending that offers security and abundance and this sense of family that they've created. So your person doesn't have a lot of close connections. For family to be at the bottom of this card, they crave security. They get security or comfort from their material items, not in the sense that they're like bougie or that they love buying expensive things. They just need money to feel secure. So I do feel that there is this all or nothing energy around this connection, and they're kind of fighting the urge to act, even though they know that they may lose everything if they don't. So I don't think that they're telling a lot of people about this, group 3. The other two groups kind of had a little bit of conversations. Like, it just feels like this is so above them that they don't think that anybody else would understand, and they secretly hope that you understand and that you feel everything as well. Because for some of you, group 3, I don't think you've spoken to this person in a very long time, and it's been sort of this meek, non-disclosed like awareness where you've both kind of been thinking about each other, but neither of you have told each other that. Your person is very interested in keeping up with you, especially with those 2 birds here on the King of Swords card. They have every intention of keeping an eye on you. They really try not to, is what I'm feeling. Like, I do believe this person has other responsibilities and things to invest their energy in, but for whatever reason, they feel so compelled to keep an eye on you. And every now and then, no matter how often they distract themselves with work or with their material possessions, they have to just check up on you, whatever that means, whether that's social media or even for some of you dropping back in town or coming into contact with your shared close connections so that they're able to see how you're going. They do wonder if you've got somebody else in your life, but honestly, aside from this 3 of Wands, your person right now, you are the main object of their mind. Like, you're the main person that they are thinking about, and that's why everything is blocked, because it does feel like they're trying not to, does feel like they're fighting that, but unfortunately it's the facts. It's what's shown in the cards. The only cards that show more than one person is the Devil card and the Chariot, which has this duality symbol down the bottom here. So with the Chariot, what I'm feeling is that they do have a choice to make, that they are fighting. They're pretending that they don't have to do it. They're pretending that it isn't really a choice. It isn't really a decision, but it is. It has something to do with growth. This has to do with working on something, to build something with you, to create something with you. This is another 3 cards. So this person is stuck between a decision, and I feel that you are one of the choices that they could make in terms of building something with you. This is very early energy. So for many of you, you have not had a solid relationship, a solid commitment with this person, and they are curious to know how far you could go if you did try to work on something together. This person thinks of everything as a risk, a possible loss or risk scenario. They think that if they were to move towards you, they could probably lose some things, but they have extreme interest in you. We have the King of Wands. So beneath their swords energy, they're not telling anybody about you, but their energy is being pulled towards you. They are quite magnetically attracted to you, group 3. So why is the Knight of Wands and the 7 of Wands reverse, Spirit? Oh, I see. So yes, we got the 9 of Swords, group 3. So more confirmation that they aren't talking to anyone about you. They feel very not so much burdened, because actually for this card to come out, they enjoy elements of the thoughts that they get from you. Like when they think about you during the day, it's a distraction, because I feel that this person has things that they need to do in their life right now. They've got real responsibilities, as I was saying before, but nighttime is like the happy hour for them. They dream about you, they see you, they fantasize about you, they wonder, what if you have this small sort of this feeling of like the one that got away, group 3, not gonna lie. And it's like this person has been fighting that this whole time. They've been pretending that it wasn't real, and then now it's almost undeniable, and you're so heavy on this person's mind during the night. Like their mind always drifts back to you. They dream about you. You're in their subconscious. They think about you just before they go to sleep. They think about you when they wake up. There is a little bit of pain there with this sorrow, because the epiphany that they realized is that way back when they made the wrong choice in terms of their future, or they believe they did anyway, and they know that they've kind of compromised your trust now, and that you probably see them as being quite deceitful, or at least that they have ulterior motives, and they do pick up on your energy. You don't want to wait for them. You don't want to. Yeah. The 5 of Cups reversed. This person is afraid of rejection. That is one of the main things that is stopping them from reaching out to you, because I do feel that their desire to travel towards you is strong, but they are focusing on their loss here. Group 3, they believe that they've already lost you, and they're focusing on almost like grieving you, if that makes sense, like as if you were to break up with someone. They're processing that. We have the Knight of Wands again. So the main word that I saw was unexpected. So never say never, group 3. What I'm really feeling for the Knight of Wands to come up twice like this person has very spontaneous, unexpected Sagittarius energy. They may just appear out of nowhere, okay? They may literally just appear out of nowhere one day, whether they plan it or not. It feels like that kind of connection where spirit may just put them in your path one day, and it's the opportunity to offer each other clarity and truth if you choose to take it. So I'm going to get some Moonology cards for us. I don't like to focus on signs, group 3, because especially when we're so big now, we should really be trying to keep this open. But we do have a lot of air energy, I'm not going to lie. There's a bit of Capricorn with the Devil there. I've just got a complete blank looking at the Chariot. I completely forgot what the Chariot is. Sorry, Spirit. So we are asking for any advice or information. What should group 3 need? What do they need to know about their person or this connection moving forward, Spirit? What does group 3 need to know about their person or connection moving forward, Spirit? Group 3, what do they need to know about their person or connection moving forward, Spirit? We have 2 cards that nearly fell out. Oh, okay. So we have the waning moon. What do you need to release? This is a very beautiful card. Okay, I'm going to get them all out. I won't read reversals unless I'm feeling called to today. Prosperity lies ahead. We have a new moon in Taurus. Interesting. So some of you want to let go of this connection. Some of you are struggling to let go of this idea that your person is bad as well. So listen, if you do want a new start in this connection, you're going to have to heal that pain before you move forward, because it's no point. There's no point in bringing your own pain into this again. I do feel that for some of you, your person really just wants to explain things from their point of view, and it may be quite enlightening. They are quite stuck in their point of view, though, so it is up to you. You have the choice, but Spirit is saying regardless, you do have prosperity ahead, but if you would like to move forward in this connection, you're going to have to release some of that hurt from the past of this connection, that feeling that your person betrayed you or gave you a reason to not trust them. What else does group 3 need to know, Spirit? What is their advice? What else does group 3... Oh, my gosh. Couldn't be more graceful. A time to give rather than take. So when your person comes back around, because I do feel that that's going to happen, group 3, they're not talking to others and it's killing them, that they have to process this by themselves. They want clarity. They are very practical. We have 2 earth signs here, so they're quite fixed people. They're very... attached to this world, and they're attached to their karma. So I do feel that they need to resolve this, whatever happened in the past with you. I do think that they plan on giving to you. They plan on giving information to you in the very least. They plan on offering some clarity if they have the opportunity to approach you, if you'll allow them the opportunity to approach you, group 3. They really want to talk to you. They really do. They're not going to talk to anybody else until they can talk to you. That's what I'm feeling. They're quite stubborn, especially with that Taurus in the middle. They're quite stubborn. And we have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So this is Spirit confirming that this person has every intention of coming to you first. Look at the twins on this card. One of them, which is where your person is in right now, this energy, not looking, not talking. They're not going to talk to anybody else until they see you, until they're able to give you the clarity that you need, which is kind of admirable. They're not going to gossip about you. They also feel that their close friends and family aren't going to understand this connection, because from an outsider's point of view, I think a lot of people assume that the two of you weren't even a thing. There's no connection at all. Perhaps it's been so long that many people just assumed that you had both just continued living your lives on your own separate paths. But this person knows, and they feel that heaviness in their heart. They have to clear this karma with you. Whatever happened in the past, whatever was unresolved here, they need to clarify that. They need to, if you allow them the opportunity, they would like the opportunity to give you clarity. So bottom deck energy is emotions are running high. Perhaps that's where you're at now, group 3. Now that we've hit the end of the video, I really strongly suggest that you do sort through any hurt or anything that could impact a new beginning, or at least your opportunity to gain clarity. It is probably very healthy for you to try to release that and to find a healthy way to release that, because when this person comes back into your life, and it's just a matter of time, honestly, group 3, your emotions are going to be high, and you just don't want to be letting your emotions rule your conversation here. It's very important that you come from a place of clear communication and effective communication, where you're able to clearly express your needs, your desires, your wants, and how you were hurt in the past without letting your emotions overrun the conversation as well. I know that's easier said than done, especially when it's being said by some crazy lady on the internet, but I really think that if you do want a new beginning with this person, they have every intention of communicating with you very soon. They would love to offer you some clarity and to right whatever wrong happened in the past. So that is what I'm seeing for you, group 3. I think your video was a little bit longer than the others, so I hope that offered clarity, or at least a little bit of retrospection on your person's little community right now. They are quite isolated. They're very alone. Even if there is a third party involved, they're keeping to themselves, and their main objective in this connection is to offer you clarity and information when they see you next. So always trust your intuition, primarily group 3. Stay safe wherever you are, and I hope to connect with you again in a future video. Thank you. Bye.